Hello everyone and welcome to the second edition of That Eurovision Roundup. I'm Shiloh and today I'll be telling you all about what happened in the Eurovision world in November. So obviously our headline for this month is that we officially have the first song for Eurovision 2025. NeonoeN and their song Clickbait won Måns 2025 just a few days ago. Now, some people find this a controversial choice, but I like the song. It's funky and a little experimental, and maybe it'll really make Montenegro stand out among the crowd this year. Of course, we have many songs still to come. More on that later. Another big ticket item from this month? Junior Eurovision happened, and it was an historic one. Georgia's Andria Putkaradze won with his song To My Mom, bringing Georgia to a record-breaking 4 total Junior Eurovision wins. To My Mom absolutely swept the JESC jury vote, getting 12 out of 17 possible 12 points. With Montesong out of the way, we are heading full speed into national final season, and that means song and artist reveals galore. This month, we got song and artist drops from Estilau, Supernova, Eurosong, Luxembourg Song Contest, Benidorm Fest, and Melfest, and by the time this video is out, we should have Sanremo reveals as well. We have several national final returners and big names coming in, so let's break them down NF by NF. In Estilau, we have previous competitors Janek, Minimal Wind, and Tulirand back again, but the biggest name we've had is Anna Salena. As Salena, she represented Estonia at Eurovision 2002 with the song Runaway. She's also competed at Melodifestivalen in 2006 and 2009, and has served as a backup singer for other Eurovision entries and interval acts. Her most recent Estilau appearance was in 2022, and she clearly can't keep away from competitive television because she competed on Netflix's Squid Game competition last year. Next door in Latvia, returning competitors include Chris Noah, the Ludwig, and the inevitable Marcus Riva. Previous Eurovision contestants Justs from 2016 and Citizeni from 2022 are also throwing their hats back in the ring. Meanwhile, some of the more relevant first-timers are Elisa Lexina, a sex-positive singer more active in the UK who appeared as a Supernova interval 2 years ago, and world music band Tautumetas. On the other end of Europe, Belgium has announced the 8 artists taking part in Eurosong. A few are even familiar in the Eurosphere. The list includes 2 former Junior Eurosong contestants and the grandson of Belgium's 1969 act. Luxembourg has some more straightforward returners. The 7-contestant lineup includes Rafaela and One Last Time, both of whom competed at Luxembourg Song Contest last year. Down south in Spain, we have a fresh crop of 16 competitors. One returner is Child Star Melody, who actually tied for first in 2009's national selection, but Soraya got to go to Eurovision instead. Duo Sonia and Selena, another blast from the past, tried to represent Spain in 2001. If you were around back then, you might remember their hit Yo Quiero Bailar, but they disbanded in 2002 and just reunited this year, so babies like me are new to them. And, of course, the one you've all been waiting for, Melfest! Plenty of familiar faces on this front, including Dolly Style, Tennessee Tears, Clara Hammerström, and more. We also have a couple of Melfest winners back. John Lundvik, who represented Sweden in 2019, is back with Voice of the Silent, and dance band Arvingarna, who went to Eurovision in 1993, are competing in their 7th Melodifestivalen this year. Our biggest ticket item, though, is Måns Zelmerlöw, Eurovision winner, who will be competing with his song Revolution. 2-time Eurovision winner Loreen is back as a songwriter, contributing to newcomer Ella Tiritiello's song Bara du är där. I can't pronounce Swedish, I'm sorry guys. Hey, winning a 3rd time as a songwriter would make her truly equal to Johnny Logan, right? Right? Of course, this isn't a complete list. Estonia has a wild card yet to be selected, and Spain has 6 reserves on the back burner. We're also waiting on a full list of participants from San Marino's behemoth Una Voce, but rumor has it Besa from Albania has auditioned, so, stay tuned for that. I'm not even done talking about national finals. Poland has confirmed its participation and has announced it will hold a national final this year, details to come soon. Whether that's to be a Serce Europy or something new, I don't think we know yet, but a Polish national final is always a ride, so let's buckle up. Norway also has some NF news. There's some format changes for Melodi Grand Prix, most notably that it's just gonna be one show now? The competition is returning to Oslo after a few years in Trondheim, and we're getting artists and songs in January. Speed round! Greece has set a date for their national final. That's going to be in January. We've also had Moldova confirm participation, and they usually have a national final. Portugal's Festival da Canção has revealed composers, but not artists or song titles. That's TBA. And Armenia has also confirmed they're bringing back Depi Evratesil for its 4th edition, which is about all we know about that. Stay tuned. Our last news item for November is some pretty good news. The city of Basel, our host city for 2025, held a referendum about whether to use cantonal funding for Eurovision. A right-wing party in Switzerland, opposed to the contest's satanic imagery, launched the referendum after a successful petition. But lucky for us, 2/3 of Basel residents voted yes! We love money here at that Eurovision site. As always, we've had plenty of new music releases from Eurovision artists this month. In November, we had new releases from Ollie Alexander, Emily DeForest, Joker Out, Daddy Frere, Nina Sublatti, and more. My personal favorite is national final artist Bodine Monet's Kiss Me Santa for anyone looking to get into the Christmas spirit. Head over to that Eurovision site to get the full playlist and let us know your favorite new music release in the comments. You should also check out the 2 new episodes of That Eurovision podcast that came out this month. I chatted with Daniel and Angus about country music at Eurovision, and Rory, Kittens, and NeonoeN sat down to discuss the UK's most recent national final, Eurovision You Decide. Check out the podcast at That Euro Podcast on your social media site of choice, and give us a listen on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Thank you for watching this video. To read all the news articles I mentioned today, head on over to That Eurovision site where we'll have everything collected in an article for you. You should also follow us on social media at That Euro site. We know many Eurovision fans have moved to Blue Sky since last month. Don't worry, we're there too. You can also find us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, X formerly Twitter, Tumblr, and Threads, so give us a follow and we'll keep you up to date on all the latest Eurovision news.